Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler for you series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It is a balmy-ass September day, and I need me something to go over there and help cool down. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, I've worn this one in a few reviews. It's boom! It's my Clutch shirt. It's a very cool Clutch shirt. If you're unfamiliar with the band Clutch, they're a band that's been around since, at the very latest, the early 90s. I want to say maybe late 80s, but I think early 90s is a safer bet there. They've gone through a rather transformative style as far as their music is concerned, you know, definitely sound very different from where they started than where they are now. These days they have sort of a southern rock kind of, you know, thing going on. I really like their stuff. You know, I got into it maybe right after high school, and I've been a fan ever since. I've been fortunate enough, I've seen them live a couple times. And they're an awesome freaking band. And it's cool, I've worn this shirt, like I said, in other reviews, and I've gotten good response to it. People are like, holy shit, Clutch. And I'm like, yeah, holy shit, Clutch. So, always proud when I can go over there and rep a band that I love. And, hey, even better if, you know, it inspires some other people to get into their stuff. That all being said, I do have some videos of one of their performances that I attended. It's on this channel, just in case maybe you want to check it out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're a great band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, it is balmy as fuck out. It's like late September now, and it's like almost 90 degrees out. That's why I actually decided to do this later in the day, so at the very least the sun would go down a little. But I also had to go over there, I had to go out and get some supplies, and when I get supplies, I try to find stuff to review. And this seems somewhat topical because, well, we're getting close, folks. What is it? It's boom! It's a limited batch from Ben & Jerry's, specifically Churn Out the Vote, which consists of vanilla ice cream with pretzel swirls, fudge chips, and swirls of chocolate mousse. And yeah, November 5th, that's, yeah, I mean, at the time I'm doing this, it's a little over a month away, so it's going to be a whole thing, man, it's going to be a whole thing, obviously, so, and then, yeah, all the stuff, but yeah, Ben & Jerry's, so, let's open it up, let's get a thing. Brandon, you're being too political. I'm not, though, because I ain't saying shit about who you should vote for or anything. In fact, I'm a firm believer that when it comes to your voting choices, discretion is the better part of valor there. Vote for who you want to vote, but don't be a dick about it. You don't have to let it be your entire personality. Just vote. That's all you gotta do. But anyway, let's get a thing for the thing. I mean, it sounds pretty, you know, pretty tasty, so... Yeah, let go. Come to Brandon. I don't want to, yeah. It looks like this, and we'll kind of get a little thing. We'll kind of, ha 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 ha. Let's give it a go. Ooh. That's rich and creamery. I like that. Fudge chunks are really nice. Oh, this is a good one. I mean, fundamentally, it's nothing all that crazy. It's basically chocolate and vanilla with some pretzel in it. But it's cool that you do have, like, the two types of sort of chocolate flavors, like with with the fudge, which is that very, you know, sort of darker, richer flavor. And then you have, like, the mousse flavor, which is lighter and creamier, but also extremely pervasive. Man, that mousse makes all the difference. Yeah. That mousse, I think even without it, it still would have been fine. But that chocolate mousse, just getting into every aspect of it, really takes it from, you know, a nice ice cream, but into something that's really properly super tasty. Yeah. I'm very down with this. Yeah. I think that's just, it's a great mix of chocolatey flavors. Then you get a saltiness from the pretzel. You got lots of nice textures going on. You know, you've got the, you know, the fudge chunks. You've also got, again, you know, the pretzel pieces and stuff. So you get a mix of kind of two different types of sort of somewhat crunchy flavors. And then you got that sweet and salty thing going on. This is really tasty. Like, I'll be honest, when I picked this one up, I was doing it because it's a limited batch thing. Plus, again, it's somewhat topical with the, you know, the elections coming up soon. You know, but looking at the ingredients on it, I was a little bit like, okay, you know, I'm sure it was going to be fine, but like, I'm actually surprised at how much I'm liking this. Just, I'm surprised at how much depth they were able to get out of a relatively, you know, simple overall concoction on paper, you know. I just think that's really good. And the thing is, like, I've reviewed plenty of Ben & Jerry's stuff. I'd say overall I'm a fan of their ice cream. You know, but of course it is going to be somewhat hit or miss. I don't think I've ever had an ice cream from them that I've disliked, but I've certainly had some that, you know, maybe were a little bit underwhelming for one reason or another. This is kind of the opposite. This is one where it's definitely, like, vastly exceeded my expectations. It's a great combination of flavors. I think they all work really well together. None of them are fighting. You know, they're not trying to vie for a position. They're all just working really well. But then you still get those little moments of highlight, you know, when you go in there and you bite into, you know, again, like a piece of the, you know, the fudge or something like that. You know, all of a sudden, you know, or a piece of the pretzel. Now you've got that burst of saltiness. Now you've got that burst of fudge. And then, again, I think the chocolate mousse just makes all the difference. That for me is... that's killer. But, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I got fucking stuff on my clutch shirt. Oh well. I need to watch this anyway. Yes and yes. I think absolutely. I think in both regards, for me personally, like I said, I love the depth of flavor that it has. I love that it feels properly decadent, you know. And I've mentioned this before with other ice creams or frozen treats and stuff like that. I think if you're picking up a pint of ice cream for yourself, you know, you're doing it because you want it to be a little bit decadent. You want it to feel a little bit naughty for yourself. And I think that this really does that, you know. It feels like a almost bad decision, but not fully bad, so you can still kind of get along with it. But yeah, I would definitely get it again. I think, especially with it being a limited batch thing, you know, I'll probably try to at least, you know, maybe one more time, you know, before it drops off. Like, I don't get pints of ice cream all that often unless I'm doing a review, but this is one I could see trying to get again. And if I'm recommending it, I think one of the best things about this is that fundamentally there's nothing that bizarre about it. Like, all the flavors that are at play are things that you're going to be familiar with. And it's just going over there and, you know, combining them in a way that really makes this nice, rich, again, somewhat decadent, but still harmonious overall ice cream experience. About the only people I'd say, you know, maybe if you're not into, like, the sort of sweet and salty kind of thing, some folks just don't go in for that, you know, then it might not be for you. But I think otherwise, it's just all around really tasty, really good. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year, folks. Go over there and have yourselves a truly... I can't wait to get home and eat the rest of this tastic rest of your life. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to go out and do. You know, at least if you're from America, and, you know, presumably around the time when the elections are going to occur. You know, I don't know when you're going to end up watching this video. Like I said, you know, I don't care who you vote for. I don't care, unless you're voting for Nazi shit, then fuck you. You know, that I got nothing, I got nothing to fucking say about, you know, well, I got plenty to say about that, but go with whatever party you want, but as soon as you start getting into that shit, I got nothing to fucking say. At least not that's pleasant. But as far as anything else is concerned, even if you don't want to vote, that's fine. Don't be a dickbag about it, okay? I get that, you know, when the elections come up, you know, tensions run high, especially in the last, you know, few years or so. You know, last couple elections that we've had here in America, it's been a bit fucky, you know? But I implore you, you know, and yeah, I'm just a shitty YouTuber. But again, you know, just discretion, you know, just let's all deal. Let's try to do our best to just work with it. At the end of the day, we all got to work together on some level, so. But anyway, bye.